You're now rocking with Poetic and TODO UK. We're chilling in a studio in the city of London. Have I ever written a song about an ex? Tricky question, very tricky question. But the answer is very wild. You know, she's very, very wild, and I'm a very zen, calm type of dude. She probably wouldn't like me, you know what I mean? She's very energetic, I'm very laid back. Yeah, I would never do a song with like he's a rat, he's a snitch. Yo people, you're now rocking with your boy Poetic and TODO UK. We're chilling in the studio in the city of London. We'll talk about me, my music, and everything I got going on. So yeah, let's go. I'm originally from Angola, but I was brought up in Portugal. And then I came to the UK when I was young. And UK feels like home, like second home, really. So it's a bit of a yin and a yang to that. Now it's been treating me good, you know, I feel right at home when I'm here. So even when I go home, then I want to come home, if that makes sense. How did Fake is the New Real came about? So initially, I started doing some freestyles just for fun. Like on social media, I'll do some freestyles and I start posting on my Instagram. And then my supporters, people that followed me, started asking for those freestyles as songs. And basically, I didn't think much of it, but since people started asking, I went to the studio and I started to record those same freestyles into song formats. I did a whole bunch of new freestyles, and then that's how Volume 1 came about. Fake is the New Real, Volume 1. Fake is the New Real 2 was a different concept because the concepts changed from Volume 1, 2, and now to the new one, Volume 3. So the concept for Volume 2 was, I asked my supporters what sort of beats and instrumentals they wanted to hear me rap on. And they sent me a whole bunch of instrumentals, and that's how Volume 2 came about. It was, I started rapping on beats that they picked for me. So I wanted to give my supporters what they wanted. And then for Volume 3, I decided to do something completely different to Part 1 and Part 2. I thought it was about time I did a project full of originals. So every track on Fake is a New Real Volume 3, although it's a mixtape, it's going to sound like an album because every beat's an original beat. Gold diggers, a mim não me apanham, nem os meus niggas. Real talk, não é chacho, elas a mim não me apanham. I've got a song called Minha Realidade, like My Reality, Part 2. So some years back, I did Minha Realidade Part 1. And this was the hardest one to do because I get very personal on that song. I'm usually not the type of rapper that gets very personal about my personal life. I usually keep it very, just the music world. And I decided to get very personal on that song. So it was, my thought process was way longer than what I usually take when I just do just songs that aren't that personal, really. So yeah, so I'm going like really deep into that song. So yeah, that was the hardest song to do. Everyone that I participate with, to me, is a big feature. So when I work with artists, it's because I appreciate what they do. I like what they bring to the table. So to me, they're big artists. They might not be as popular to the rest of the world, but to me, they're big artists. That's a good question. That's a very good question. There's so many places in the world. I don't know, man. It would have to be somewhere tropical, because I don't like the cold. I like the sun. I don't know, either somewhere in Africa or in the Caribbean. I can't pinpoint where exactly, but as long as it's sunny and tropical, I'm good with that. have I ever written a song about an ex? Tricky question, very tricky question. But the answer is yes, I have, but the song was never released. So the world has never heard it. So I was in a relationship, then I was heartbroken, and yeah, I'd done a song, but I never released it, so no one's ever heard it. Yeah. Oh, okay. To avoid, I'll probably avoid ANITTA. I'll avoid ANITTA. I would maybe marry KAROL G, and I would kiss CARDI B. Yeah, that's good enough. ANITTA's very wild, you know, she's very, very wild, and I'm a very zen, calm type of dude. She probably wouldn't like me, you know what I mean? She's very energetic, I'm very laid back. They do say opposites attract, but nah, I can skip ANITTA. I do like CARDI B. I like her charisma, I like her personality. I think she's very truthful, but she's got a wild side where she can flip as well. I mean, anyone can, but I'd rather just avoid that as well. And then KAROL, just, you know, the more down to earth. I reckon our personalities would probably match a bit better. Yeah. NAS, man, if I could do a record with NAS, NAS is like one of the greatest rappers of all time. He's one of my favorites. Yeah, so I'd love to do a song with NAS. Oh, that's easy. TEKASHI. Yeah, I would never do a song with TEKASHI 6ix9ine. Like, he's a rat, he's a snitch. And he's just got too much things going on that don't really go with my personality. Yeah, no, I wouldn't do a song with him. I would never do a song with TEKASHI. What advice I would give to my fans? I'd like to call them supporters. Fans is a very strong word, you know what I mean? So my advice would be keep supporting me, keep showing me love, because I feed off the energy that I get. So, you know, as artists, we put out music, we put out content, and it's nice to get some sort of like feedback. So if my supporters could keep on supporting, keep showing love, keep spreading the music, keep spreading the gospel, that'll be the advice I'll tell them. Yeah, so yeah, keep showing me love. I'll tell them to be persistent, to not give up, and just basically just be focused on what they're doing. At times things seem like they're not moving, but you just have to be truthful to yourself, you know what I mean? Me, for example, I do music for myself, and then if the world can relate to it, then to me, I just take that as a bonus. So yeah, persistence is the key.
Ou melhor, manage a tua. Já não se sabe de qual. E nem falo francês, mas ela entende o meu.